Yo, what is up? I'm Neon B Games, and welcome to NeonSideQuest, a place where we do anything but the main quest line. Today's side quest is going to be about a game called Villainy. But first, I want to give a special shout out to Studio Rend for reaching out to me. They're a one-person studio. They gave me access to the beta. They was good vibes. The game was good vibes. I really enjoyed it and had fun. So any critique is based on the beta version of the game. Everything is subject to change. But just in case, the knight decides to walk out ready to take on the world and they draws us out in the back because sometimes you forget a piece of armor. That's what this video is gonna do. Point out that that knight needs some pants on. Anyway, let's get into the game. So Villainy is pretty much Among Us, but with might, magic, and sorcery. You pick different classes from a mage to a knight to a detective and many more. And each of these classes have their own abilities, which adds an extra layer to the game as a hero and a villain. Also, I should let you know right now that none of these classes determine who is the villain, because the last thing you want to do is pick the vampire class and you're forever sussing the vampire as being the villain. No, you will clearly know who is the hero and eventually find out who the villain is, because at the start of the game, the roles will be selected. But in the meantime, as you're playing these different classes, you have access to different abilities. For example, with the mage, you can freeze people in place, freeze yourself in place, and carry on about your day. You control your friends or save your friends, or maybe leave them to be victims to the villain. As the hero, I lost my train of thought there. Don't worry about it. As the hero, your job is to travel around the castle, do different tasks, and you get the dub that way. You complete all your tasks, boom, you win. If you happen to find out who the villain is and vote them off, boom, you win. But as the villain, you have quite a different set of tasks. As the villain, your job is simple. Run around, saboteur the area, the tasks, and take out all of the heroes with the most smoothest of slices, because the animations is actually really cool in this game. It's like it really does a good job of paying homage to the retro vibes, the 8-bit NES vibes. It's really beautiful in that respect, as well as the level design. But yeah, as the villain, your job is to take out people one at a time until you get that W. Also, as a villain, you have an extra ability. So in Among Us, when you're the sus person, you can jump down into vents. As the villain in Villainy, you can turn into mist, and you can just mist on away, get away. The scene of the crime that you have left behind is forever shrouded in mystery. I don't know why I said it like that. Now I'm out of breath for random reasons, but no, you can mist away as the villain, and with these different abilities from the classes that you pick, being the villain is like so much fun, because you can pick the thief, and the thief's ability is they got keys and there's doors in the levels that you can go through to help you move around the map with ease. As the villain, you can go in, whooshing, take out, the unsuspected opponent and run to the door that way, or miss toward the door, go into the door and be over here chilling like, yo, I was over here fishing. I don't know what happened down in the dungeon. That boy Tommy, he's walking around kind of crooked. Maybe he's the villain. You can do different things like that. I'm spitting over myself. As the hero, you can do the same thing. Well, minus the part where you're taking out everyone around you. You can use your abilities to escape the villain. Help try to solve who made the villain be. All the beautiful things. I think the game, because of the different classes and abilities, adds such interesting depth that it makes it completely different from Among Us. Now, for the critiques of the game, as the host, you have a menu on the side where you can pick how many villains you want. We can have a maximum of 2. Also, it's strongly recommended to have like 6 to 10 players so you can enjoy the full experience. We had 5 because it's the holiday season. It's hard to get people together. Evil villain. Oh, I'm sorry. It's hard to get people together, but it didn't diminish from the experience at all. It was still a fun time. But yeah, you have a menu on the side as the host, and you can change all the settings and cooldowns to add, you know, more fun to the game, difficulty to the game, all that good stuff. Everyone could see the menu, but they couldn't interact with it. And I think that it would be better if the menu was only seen by the host. And also, I think the menu should be like off to the side where you click a button, like the settings, or a button underneath the settings, and the menu will pop up so you can play around with it. And then, hit the button, close out that menu, which would make it a lot less cluttered because it felt a little bit cluttered on the side. Again, didn't diminish from the game, just pointing it out. And also, I think there should be a tutorial level along with the tutorial in text, because I'm the type of person that will read text and be like, yes, did you understand it? Yes. And completely forget how to play the game. So I think a nice addition of a tutorial level would be perfect. It just give you a quick of, what you do. Like, you as a hero, boom, you do your task, you win the game. You as a villain, you can mess around, take out your enemy, win the game. Something like that, quick, simple, and clean. Now, if you allow my mind to have a little fun with this game, I think it would also be cool. And this is not a critique. This is just me sitting here like, man, I wish I could do this. I'm sorry. I looked at myself and I looked deranged. Anyway, I think it would be cool if there was like a duel system implemented into the game. Because imagine this, if you will. Imagine this, if you will. You walk in minding your business. The villain comes behind you. You turn around. Pah! Time to just right. Now you're going back and forth. Swish, clang, clack. Someone comes, up to the duel and they're like, oh, y'all fighting. Immediately snitch. So now you have the villain and the hero who's 1v1ing each other, trying to, the hero trying to clear his name, the villain trying to make sure his name is also clear, even though it's clearly tainted. I don't know what that face was. Even though it's clearly tainted. I think it would add an extra layer of like funny drama to the whole thing, because now you have everyone like, I don't know. And like, let's say if no one came across the duel, maybe I won as the hero, I stun lock the villain for like a certain amount of time, run and ring the bell to snitch. Or if the villain wins, they get the W and my life. So I think that would be like something less cool to add to the game. Also, I think hazards in the game. So like one of the tasks be like cleaning the dragon's den, and then you mess up 3 times, the dragons burn you. So now you have 2 heroes sitting here looking like, uh-oh. And, someone comes across and sees a chalk outline of your body, and now they go in and snitch, be like, no, one of them 2 did it. You're like, nah, it was the dragon, bro. Homie didn't do the task right. The dragon did it. Like, I don't know. But I think those 2 things would be like nice, cool additions to add to the game. Again, that's not a critique saying that they should be added to the game. The game is perfectly fine as is. It's just me getting into my imagination bag, as I do with all my games that I play. I get into the imagination bag. Also, my computer was like, okay, you're done talking, I'm taking a nap. So, anyway, all in all, all in all, I love Villainy. It has the concept of Among Us, but that's it. Everything else feels original, feels different, feels really cool. The game has its own novelty to it. It has its own vibe to it. And I can see like anyone playing this game with their friends for a long time, goofing off in the game, or, simply just causing chaos in the game as a villain, or maybe as a hero. You never know. You never know. But with that being said, thank you again, Studio Rend, for reaching out to me and giving me access to the beta version. The game is out right now, should be out as of the posting of this video. I appreciate you giving me the access. I enjoyed the game. Again, y'all go check it out for yourself. Trust me, it's really cool. And yeah, so down below will be all of the socials. Pick any one you want, because they all lead to everything else. With that being said, SideQuest complete. See you next SideQuest.